Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. We'll be talking everything Denver sports and beyond. Please like and subscribe if you are a sports fan like me. Let's do this. Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. Well, the Denver Broncos fall in Cincinnati to the Cincinnati Bengals, 30-24, in a game they had every opportunity to win. Probably should have won, could have won, should have won, would have won. But they did not. And unfortunately, you saw some of the flaws of a young, inexperienced Bronco team combined with some strange decisions by the head coach. And the Broncos now find themselves still chasing that elusive playoff berth since 2016. Denver Broncos still hold on to their 7th seed in the AFC playoff picture. They can technically lose the game against the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday as long as the Bengals and Dolphins lose, but that is not the way I think anyone would like to finish the season, considering this team was 9-5 on December 18th. And it made me think. I think I had a little bit of a prediction as to how the end of this Broncos season might have gone. I'm not entirely sure what Cleveland is. I have this as a win only because it's a Monday night home game, but that could be a very hard game. Could see them losing that. We're going to say it's a slight win. So they've been winning a lot of games. They would be on a 3-game winning streak. Then they get a bye, which is great. Coming off the bye, they get to host the Colts. Colts have been surprisingly a tough out. They're not a great team by any means, but they are a good barometer of whether you're having a good season or not. I'm projecting the Broncos have a pretty good year. So we're going to say that as a win. Now, the last week are at the Chargers, at the Bengals, and then they host the Chiefs. This is rough. This is the hardest part of their schedule. No question about it. 2 back-to-back road divisional game at the Bengals, who are always, unless Joe Burrow gets hurt again, that should be a very hard game. Now, I have them losing both of those games. I don't think they're going to win at the Chargers. Chargers will win one of these divisional games. And I don't think they're going to go to Cincinnati and win. Now, that puts them right around we'll say at that point, they have 10 wins, 9 or 10 wins, and they need maybe one more or 8 or 9 wins. I think week 17, they host the Chiefs as their final home game here. I think by then, believe it or not, I think the Chiefs are going to be sitting people. I don't think they're going to play Patrick Mahomes. I think they're going to have the number 1 seed wrapped up. I think they're going to be preparing for a bye week. And I don't think the Chiefs have any reason to win this game. So they're not going to play any starters, which is going to help the Broncos. Even though the Chiefs don't want to help the Broncos, I think this is the game that could actually clinch the playoff spot, the final seed in the AFC 6 or 7 wildcard spot, and end up getting a gift from Kansas City as Kansas City rests starters. But that doesn't mean that they're going to beat Kansas City later on. Broncos certainly had their chances to clinch a playoff spot against the Chargers and Bengals. Unfortunately, with some decisions by Sean Payton not to run the ball and control the clock and to get too pass happy, combined with a defense that suddenly has lost a bit of its way, I'm taking the overall picture of the Denver Broncos season. This team was projected by Vegas odds makers to win 5 games, finish last in the division. They're going to double that win total and hopefully clinch a 2024 NFL playoff spot. So it's been a successful year. I still believe in Bo Nix. I think that there has been discussion that he is a finished product because of his age and the time that he was in college. I say baloney. You can always get better as an NFL quarterback. And Sean Payton is certainly more than capable of developing him. This Broncos team, quite frankly, is not very talented, partially because they are paying the player, Russell Wilson, to not be on their team. They also were lacking draft capital because of that trade. So this will actually probably be the worst offensive roster
that Bo Nix will play with. And the other thing is not to get too caught up in it, as certain teams, the Philadelphia Eagles a couple years ago went on a big spending spree. The Washington, then Redskins, now Commanders, used to go crazy in free agency, and it really didn't get him anything. But the Walton money cannot be undersold for this team moving forward. Expense will not be a problem. This is a truly magical draft from all the draft experts for running backs and wide receivers. There will be lots of good players available from the college ranks to come in and help this Denver Broncos offense. So this should be, quite frankly, probably the worst offensive personnel that Bo Nix will play with in the next couple years. So overall, Broncos are on the right track. Yes, it's a bumpy road. As I've said over and over, looking at different projections, this is the third or fourth youngest roster in the NFL. This team is learning how to win. It's not always pretty. Quite frankly, I am okay with winning ugly. Don't try to out-Chiefs the Chiefs. Despite it not going quite the way the Broncos might have liked, everything is in front of them. Everything is in front of them. Yes, the defense has had some rough outings. Bo Nix has been inconsistent at times. Carson Wentz will be playing as his NFL career depends on it. He has everything to prove that he should remain in the league, either as a bridge starter or backup. So don't take him lightly. Study the film. Take him off a few times, run the ball, play good defense, and the Broncos should be able to clinch their spot in the 2024 NFL playoffs. I'll be back reacting, win or loss, after Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Andrew Sharp, Sharp Sports 82 YouTube podcast. I appreciate all the support through this long NFL season. It's been a good ride so far, and hopefully we can keep talking about the Broncos coming up this Sunday. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.